Welcome back to Post Time. Who am I? Heather Vitale. Where am I? On the spot. The Delaware harness racing circuit is no stranger to having talent from all over the country come to Dover and Harrington to compete over our great tracks for some great purses. Let's meet Stephen Nason, one of the most recent additions to our wonderful racing community. Stephen Nason! All right, you are the new kid in town.
Yep.
So let's start out by figuring out how you got into the business.
Well, I'm third generation Nason, and my grandfather, Arthur, had mountain skipper. My dad, John Nason, his claim to fame probably be Great Bomber. He won a lot of the mountain skipper races up home. And then it's been in my blood, can't get rid of it.
You say back home. Now, where are you from?
I'm from Freedom, New Hampshire.
Okay.
That's it's about 9-10 hours from here.
So for those of our viewers who don't know about racing, you know, where it's really cold, we kind of joked around like, this is warm to you.
Spring day for us, yeah.
What kind of racing is up there? Like, what racetracks are up there?
We have a bunch of fair tracks in Maine, and then there's Scarborough Downs, Bangor Raceway, and then Plainridge Park Casino. It's Penn National bought them a few years back now, and they got the slots, and that's probably the big track up there at the moment.
So you kind of cut your teeth up there, right? Is that where you had your first win?
Yeah, I had my first win in 2009 with one of my dad's horses, Rollin' West, blister in 2 minutes 4/5. And I started driving 2008 at Rockingham. Chrissy Chrisman, she actually gave me my first drive. It's Marathon Hall, finished second, 52 flat. That was exciting. And then we just kept plugging at it and finally got a lot of catch drives around 2012, 13, and here we are.
Yeah, I mean, you've got hundreds of wins, right?
Yeah, last time I checked, I think it was like a little over 850, so we're getting close.
Very cool. So you racked up all of those wins up north, and now you're here in the first state.
Yeah.
So how does that happen?
Well, there's no wintertime racing up there, and so I got tired of just hanging around spending money, so I'm good friends with Chrissy and Sean Beer, so they called and said, you know, why don't I come down here and try it out, and here we are.
Wow, that's nice to have that support system.
Yeah, they're very, very good friends. They've, you know, been there no matter what I ask for. You know, it kind of spoiled me. They'll get it for me, and you know, like they gave me my first drive, and you know, to this day, he still gives me drives.
Is it true that you asked Chrissy Chrisman to marry you at one point?
One point, yeah. Sean, he was dragging his feet, and I told him I'd beat him to the punch. So, I think she's still got the 25-cent ring.
So how do you like Delaware? How do you like the racing? How do you like the state?
I like it. It's actually really cool to me because Freedom, New Hampshire is absolutely in the middle of nowhere. You know, it's an hour to the grocery store and stuff like that, and then so it kind of reminds me of home because you can be on a farm, but yet 20 minutes you got Dover Downs and you know all the racing, and it's good, tough racing, and you know very competitive, and I like it.
Okay, Stephen, we are going to wrap up the interview by getting some info about these colors that you're wearing.
Yep, those are my grandfather. He gets all the props. He designed them. They're very similar to these ones. I just he had an A on his arm, and I just kind of put some double piping around to, you know, get him approved from the USDA, but wanted to stay as true to his colors as possible. And this is what, you know, Irvin Vick came up with.
Well, I love them because you can really see them on the track. Yeah. So thank you for that. Thank you to grandfather for that.
Yep.
And thank you, Stephen, for being on the show, and welcome to the first state.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.